All right, level 1's in 6.2 is computing the surface area and volume of a rectangular prism. So a rectangular prism, if we look at this picture up at the top here, we just got to note a couple things. In a rectangular prism, the opposite faces or sides, so each side of this box is also known as a face. Each side is going to be the same. So these two red rectangles are the same. The two that are facing front and back are the same. And then the ones on the left and the right side are also the same. So as we go and find the surface area, when you think of surface area, think of like you're wrapping a present. You want to cover all the sides of the shape, whether it's a rectangular prism or something that we'll cover in the later levels. That's kind of the idea that we're going for. So if we want to find the surface area of this rectangular prism, we want to cover all the different sides, so all the rectangles that I just colored in. So let's talk about the red ones first. To find the area of the two red ones, we would take the length times the width. And since there's two of them, let's just multiply it by 2. Then we're going to take the blue ones. Remember, those were the front and the back. In order to find out those, remember those are the first, right here. I'll color those in really good again. So right in here. So that's going to be the length times the height. Okay, the height's back here, but it's also the same out here. So there's two blue ones that are the length and the height. So we're going to add 2 times L plus H. I'm sorry, L times H. And then the last one were the left and the right sides. And those are going to be the width times the height. And there's also 2 of those. So we'll add on an additional plus 2 times the W times the height. So that's how you would find surface area for a rectangular prism. Again, just think about wrapping a present, find the area of all the different sides, and add them all together. So let's go ahead and find the surface area of example number 1. It says find the surface area and volume of a rectangular prism below. So if you notice, we've got the side length of 5, 6, and 7. It doesn't matter what you label as the height, the width, or the length, especially in a rectangular prism. So just label however you want to. So I think this is the width, this is the length, and that's the height. So I'm going to follow my formula up here. 2 times L times W. So L is 6, W is 5, plus 2 times L, which is 6, and H, which is 7. And then 2 plus W times H, so 2 times 5 times 7. So if you multiply all these all out, this is going to be 60 plus 42, 84 plus 70. And then if we add all those together, we will get 214. So our surface area is going to be 214, and the units is centimeters, and surface area is always units squared. Okay, last but not least, in this problem we need to find volume. So in order to find volume of a rectangular prism, you're just going to multiply all the different dimensions together. So this will be length times width times height. So for the volume, we would take 5 times 6 times 7. And this would give us 210. And then the units volume is cubed. So 210 centimeters cubed. All right, number 2, it says determine the surface area of an open top box with a square base given the length of the side of a square is 16 and the height of the box is 10. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and draw a picture so we can kind of see what's going on here. So we've got a square base, and then which is 16 by 16, and then we've got the height to be 10. Okay, now remember this is an open box, so think of kind of like a shoebox without the top on it. So we don't want to include this top, that top area. So instead of taking 16 times 16 times 2, we're only going to take 16 times 16 only once because we just want the area of the bottom here. We don't want the area of the top since that top is open. So I'm going to take 16 times 16, and then to find the area of the sides, it's going to be 16 times 10 to get this front and back, and then it's also going to be 16 times 10 to get the two sides. So because this is a square bottom, we're going to take 16 times 10 times 2, and we'll do that again. So really we could multiply this by 4 because there are 4 sides that are the same here. And we'll come out with 896 inches squared. So because that top was open, that changed our surface area formula a little bit. So you just got to, again, think about if you're wrapping this present, you're not going to cover the top because there is no top on it.